Hurrah! Friends, more service and repair. Welcome back to the shop. Today we are doing a teardown of a old Briggs and Stratton engine that had an unfortunate demise. Sadly, this guy was on a mower, and customer's son took it for a spin and hit something so badly that he bent the crankshaft. I don't know how easy that is to see, but it is canting off towards the starting fluid can there. So we are going to have our A part so I can add to my wall of pistons and camshafts, because this is back when Briggs made a proper engine, and actually a good engine. Hang tight, got a customer pulling in. So I just pulled off the blade adapter on here, and we're gonna tear everything off this thing, because there's some parts and pieces I might be able to use, but I want to go through the whole thing, and I can also get a bunch of this stuff. Oh, jeez, yeah. This engine was hurting last it ran, but oil belching through the air filter like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, so I think I might be able to still use the carburetor. No, never mind. It's got plenty of oil and dirt and grit. We got a new one in the cabinet. We're just gonna throw that guy away. But first, I suppose I can pull the gas tank off altogether, because I don't need the carburetor in there. 10 millimeter. All of the paper towels on this one. This poor heifer is covered in schmoo. But let's see, jeepers, something like my grandfather, German grandfather there. Let's see. Yes, I believe you are a 10 mil. Oh no! Where's my 10 mil? They disappear all the time. Bring it right back once I have some of the bits and bobs off. Framing, you Fruit Loop! There's a gas tank and carburetor on there. This is the original Pulsa jet carburetor by Briggs and Stratton. I'm gonna hang on to the little focus. I'm gonna hang on to this little governor spring here, because again, I always hang on to those because those are hard to come by sometimes. These blower housings are getting harder and harder to find. Definitely hanging on to this part. I'll stick it up in my parts pile. Okay, so this is not the oldest flathead in the world, because older flatheads used to have, like, this is your little engine brake right here. It used to have a whole band that wrapped around the side of the flywheel here, as it would spin them a thing around, and you'd get that, or that is your braking. Not so the case here. Definitely got some schmoo in there. This customer is not exactly the kindest. Ah! Oh! That is why I don't have blooper reels, is because you don't need them. I'm a human. Knock you off the stand with my air compressor, or my air hose. Let me pull a little bit more off here, and we'll bring you right back. Won't keep the coil. Hey, so we've had a bunch of machines in and out of the shop, and my hands are starting to sweat underneath the mitts, so we'll keep her moving. But yeah, so we got the ignition coil off and everything. Not going to bother with keeping that, just get brand new. You rarely are going to need a new cup or debris shield, who's it's for it, so that one will go right in the bucket too. But we need to pop this flywheel off, and for that I need my 2-pound mallet and a pry bar. So actually, I was working on, or just serviced one of these engines here not a couple of minutes ago. See if I can get it leverage proper. Come on, stop flipping all over the place. This is not going to work out too well. Let me do this off camera. You guys don't need to see me struggle. You know, I could have just done this to begin with. 3-jaw. Contact. Jeez. Woo! That had some energy. Well, that's part of the oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. Sorry, I try to keep it family friendly, but that scared me when that came off. It's no wonder she was on there good and proper, but this customer hit the hit whatever it was so hard. Look at this. This is a quintessential sheared timing key. Look at that. It literally cut it lengthwise and then focus. Welded itself back together. That had some energy when it when the blade hit whatever it was. So I'm gonna see if I can separate the or crack open the block, and we'll see what we come up with. It's gonna be kind of interesting with that bent crankshaft. So we got all the little bolts out of the bottom. Let's see how difficult this block is gonna be to crack off. I imagine since this crankshaft is bent, it's gonna be a pain. So, however, we are separating on the gasket here. Oh, see if I can get my handy dandy lever. Not holding my breath, and it's gonna be easy, but I may have to drive the piston down a little bit. Get her to. Oh, geez. This is interesting. Well, that seemed to have. Where'd my screwdriver go? Oh, right there. Right under my nose, next to the ketchup. Am I right, ladies? Because I can't seem to find the ketchup in my fridge. Weirdly enough, this, yeah, it really starts to lock up at bottom dead center. But let's see if I can. This sucker is on the button. Good. I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to have to hack the zip off the crankshaft words to get this thing open, but I'll bring you back once I have this figured out, because this is going to be fun. Well, after much poking, prodding, and beating to death the crankcase, she finally broke. And well, looks like Briggs hasn't changed a whole lot since the I'm guessing this is 90s on the engine, 90s, late 80s, but there is a bigger piece of framing. There is a bigger piece of composite that makes up this cam gear. Actually, this is PA66. Interesting. I'll have to look up what that is. I'll see if I can throw it in a caption right here on the screen. But interesting. So, in brief, we got our two differences. Modern Briggs, vintage Briggs. And let's see if I can do this in under 30 seconds. Camshafts, pretty obvious. They did do some value engineering to that. And then, on the right is your current Briggs, and on the left, framing. On the left is your Briggs flathead. So that's your teardown. I'll do another video breaking these two down a little closer Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.